Peace, family. It's your brother Chase back again with another reactionary video. This time, we're going to be reacting to a Haitian who is a self proclaimed tether. We're going to be reacting to that. So, this is going to be a very educational video when we break it down. But I want you to listen to a lot of these talking points. In my Foundation of Black American Family, I want you to understand how to combat these talking points. And then, most of all, I don't want you to get discouraged by these talking points because unfortunately for a lot of us, we sit here and actually start to believe some of the delusional talks that these people put forth. But with that being said, family, let's get into the video.
What's up, y'all? So yeah, man, this message is for Tariq Nasheed and the cult known as FBA. I just have a couple of questions for you guys. So yeah, I'm a tether. I am from the great country of Haiti, and I've been over here for a very, very long time, very, very long time. And I just have a few questions, man, for all the FBA, specifically Tariq Nasheed. Why do you guys hate on Tether so much? Why do you hate us? It's obvious that you guys are jealous. It's obvious that you want to be like us. It's obvious that if it wasn't for us, a lot of you guys would nobody would even mention y'all if it wasn't for us. But what I want to know is, what did we do to y'all outside of being great, outside of being outstanding, outside of being an example on the world stage? What specifically did we do to you guys? Like, what is all this hate coming from? Every time I go on Tariq Nasheed's channel, he's always calling us dusty. He's saying go back to your home country. He's calling us ashy and saying that we're not educated, yada yada yada. Like, what did we do? What did we do to deserve that treatment? Like, we mind our own business. We got our own communities. We don't bother y'all. We understand that y'all want to do your own thing, and we let y'all. You know what I'm saying? We allow you guys to, to have your own cliques, and we don't interfere with y'all. None of that. But for some reason, we're always the butt of the joke. I don't understand. It's as if you guys don't realize that you're black too. It's just sad, man. It's just so sad. Why don't y'all leave us tethers alone? Leave us tethers alone. We tethers, we ain't bothered y'all. We ain't said nothing to y'all. We ain't did nothing to y'all. We mind our own business, y'all. And that's all we want in return, is to have our peace. That's all we want. So let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out. Peace.
Okay, shit. Well, he said, let us know what he thinks. Okay. Let's go ahead and break this down, family, real quick. Let's run this back. And let's just use this as a breakdown. So much BS in this video. It's gonna be a good one. All right, click the like button, click the subscribe. Let's get it.
What's up, y'all? So yeah, man, this message is for Tariq Nasheed and the cult known as FBA.
Okay. Let's stop it right here, family. This is typical passive aggressive language that a lot of tethers use. A lot of tethers will use this word. They never want us to acknowledge that foundational Black Americans is a lineage. So they always have to vilify it. They always have to use terms like it's a cult. And they do this because a lot of times when they're trying to garner more hatred against us, they can't just say, hey, they're hateful. Foundational Black Americans are hateful because they're identifying their lineage. Because any person with common sense would acknowledge that, hey, there's nothing wrong with identifying your lineage. So they have to turn it into a cult. They have to say it's a cult, it's a cult, it's a cult. Notice they keep working that talking point. And this is kind of like a starter pack for tethers. Okay. One of the starter pack for tethers, you want to know if somebody's a tether, They start with that cult talk. It's a cult. It's a cult ran by Tariq Nasheed. Okay, you already know you're dealing with a tether. You already know you're dealing with a tether. When they start those talking points, because they don't do that with anybody else. Let's be clear. If somebody comes over here and they're Jamaican and they say, Jamaica, I'm for Jamaicans, Jamaicans this, Jamaicans that, they don't call Jamaicans a cult. They don't say anybody calling themselves a Haitian is a cult. They don't say anybody calling themselves Nigerian is a cult, or any of the other thousands of ethnic groups on the continent of Africa. They don't say those are cults. They respect those lineage-based groups. But when it comes to us, we're a cult. They always have to vilify whatever we identify as, okay? Let's be clear. They always have to vilify it. So this is no surprise because this is part of the Tether starter pack. You got to call FBA a cult. But let's continue.
I just have a couple of questions for you guys.
And being that he's a tether, these questions are always, when you know you're dealing with a tether family, you should automatically know you're about to get some bad faith questions. Some questions that are simply put out there to trigger you, to get you emotional, to rage bait you. That's the whole point. So this is what you're about to hear.
So yeah, I'm a tether. I am from the great country of Haiti.
Okay, and notice he's a self-proclaimed tether. Okay, he's calling himself a tether family. By the way, this isn't Brother Chase just randomly calling somebody who's of an immigrant lineage a tether. He's calling himself a tether. He knows what he is. Let's be clear. He knows what he is. Because what he's trying to do and what tethers try to do, because they're always basing their arguments, their talking points based on lies, they try to equate immigrant with tether. That's what they really want to do. They want to replace immigrant with tether. That's how they try to vilify us. So then they can turn around and say, man, foundational Black Americans believe all immigrants are tethers. They call somebody just because they're an immigrant a tether. No, let's be clear. Tether is an action-based word. Your actions make you a tether. Okay? Just because you come over here as an immigrant, you got rider brothers and sisters who come over here on code for the movement and who speak life into foundational Black Americans. And then you have others who come over here who cosplay as us while working to undermine us. That's a tether. A tether is an action-based word. So these people will sit over here and benefit off the sacrifices of foundational Black Americans. And then when they get any position, they go out their way to shit on us, to undermine us, to keep resources out of our hands. Like that lieutenant governor out there in Virginia. I think her name is like Winston Sears or something like that. She's Jamaican. But they asked her about reparations for foundational Black Americans, and she went out her way to shit on it. Okay, that's what a tether does, while benefiting off our civil rights movements that brought her ungrateful ass over here. Okay, this is what tethers do. Tether is an action-based word, family. But let's continue.
And, you know, I've been over here for a very, very long time.
Let me tell you something. These folks don't like to say how long they've been over here. Low-key, family, a lot of these tethers, boy, they can't start their age when they get over here. You notice there's a lot of tethers. A lot of tethers, they'll sit over here and they'll be running these whole college admission games. They do this a lot in sports too. I remember when I was in school, you had some of these tethers who were sitting over here. They were dunking on kids in a basketball game, and these scouts were going crazy. Like, God damn, this kid out of the Sudan, this kid out of Haiti he's killing these kids in basketball. And then come time to offer him a scholarship, it turns out this motherfucker's 28. You see what I'm saying? So understand, they don't never like to say how long they've been over here or what their true age is. Okay, that's part of the tether starting pack.
Very, very long time. And I just have a few questions, man, for all the FBA, specifically Tariq Nasheed. Why do you guys hate on Tether so much?
Okay, let me answer his question. Again, this question is always rooted in bad faith. A tether, again, is an action term. A tether is someone who looks like us. And a lot of it comes from the movie Us, where you have this group or this family who looks like the original family. But the whole time they're working to undermine the original inhabitants and replace them. That's what a tether is. Why in the world would we like tethers? Can anybody comment section if you have any issue with I'm saying. Can you give me 3 positives about a tether? Why foundational Black Americans should love tethers? What is a positive? What does a tether add to society? No group of people likes tethers. Let's be clear. No group of people. Name a group of people who loves tethers. Okay? A tether is always working to undermine us. That's why we don't like tethers. Okay? Very bad faith question, but understand these are the talking points you're going to hear from a tether.
Why do you hate us? It's obvious that you guys are jealous. It's obvious that you want to be like us. It's obvious that if it wasn't for us, a lot of you guys would like nobody would even mention y'all.
Family, and I'm not going to even really waste too much time reacting to this talking point because obviously he knows that's a lie. Okay, how do we want to be like a tether? Or let's put tether to the side. How would we want to be like a Haitian? Let's be honest. What are we jealous of Haitians? You dig? What are we jealous of? How do we want to be like them? You dig? What have they achieved that we haven't already achieved or paved the way for? Let's be real. We're not flooding to their homeland. They're flooding to our homeland. That speaks for itself.
If it wasn't for us.
And I forgot to address that part. He said nobody would know us if it wasn't for them. This is a different type of delusion. Tether is a form of a sickness. It's a form of disease. It causes delusion. What he's saying is just flat out delusional. But if I got any Haitians who disagree with what I'm saying, when he says that nobody would know us if it wasn't for y'all, break that down for me. What is he talking about in the comment section? Break that down because maybe I'm just clueless. Go ahead.
You know, but what I want to know is what did we do to y'all outside of being great, outside of being outstanding, outside of being an example on the world stage?
Great at what? Outstanding at what? An example on the world stage. Family, let's keep it a bone. Let's keep it a buck, okay? When the word Haitian is brought up, what comes to mind, family? For most people, what do you think comes to mind for most people? Let's be honest. When you think Haitian, not myself, but I'm just talking about for the world stage, because he says an example for the world on the world stage. When you think Haitian, family, you think poverty. You think one of the poorest nations in the Western Hemisphere, which is a fact. Okay, that's not, they love to act like, oh, nigga, is the government running lies? No, nigga, y'all are one of the poorest nations, respectfully. I'm not making fun of that. That's a horrible thing. You think violence. Okay, Haiti is in shambles right now, family. No exaggeration. Right now. It's April 26th. Okay, 2025. Haiti is in shambles now. Now, right now. Damn near gangs are running Haiti. All over Haiti. That's not an exaggeration. You could just listen to the brothers and sisters of Haiti. When they come over here and they're seeking asylum, they'll tell you. Okay? Let's be honest. What example? The example you talking about ain't a good example. The example you got is poverty and violence. Okay? Let's be clear. But let's continue.
What specifically did we to you guys? Like, what is all this hate coming from? Every time I go onto his channel, he's always calling us dusty. He's saying go back to your home country. He's calling us ashy and saying that we're not educated, yada yada yada. Like, what do we do?
Family, let me be clear about this. And one, it's always funny how these little us calling them ashy and dusty always just irks them. That hits a chord with them. These little simple jokes. But anyways, family, let me tell you something. When they start with all this hate talk, let's be clear. And I want y'all to understand this. Let's use Haiti for example. You know the people who hate Haiti the most? Other Haitians. No one hates these countries more than the people who come from these countries. Because as soon as they get an opportunity, they pack their bags and they flee and they never look back. That's what somebody does when they country. That's what somebody does. Don't let this pride, don't let this so-called Haitian pride fool you. Understand, these motherfuckers get prideful of Haiti when they get over here to the United States. No one hates these countries more than the people who come from these countries. That's a projection. They love to project their hatred on us. Why do you hit us? Nigga, you're over here living amongst us. Dude, listen to some of these folks when they get deported. Listen to some of these folks when Trump and ICE is threatening to send them back. Boy, they shit on their homeland so much. You cannot survive over there. It is dangerous. The government is corrupt. It is gangs running the country. Boy, they shit on their nations like crazy. Remember, it was foundational Black Americans, like ironically Tariq Nasheed, who he brings up that hates Haiti, who were the ones that kind of popularized in the modern era the Haitian Revolution. Let's be clear, wasn't nobody talking about the damn Haitian Revolution in today's time before Tariq Nasheed put out 1804. Because I know we got all these, YouTube and Instagram historians who like to act like they were running around talking about the Haitian Revolution all damn day. For the average Joe, most of them became woke when Hidden Colors came out, when the 1804 came out. We're the ones who uplift Haiti and be putting Haiti in the spotlight. Frederick Douglass was one of the main proponents in the early 1900s fighting for y'all to even come over here. Okay, that was Frederick Douglass. Let's be clear, because they had immigration quotas on places like Haiti. It was foundational Black Americans stomping for y'all to get over here. Don't nobody that hatred comes from y'all, and especially in the Caribbean family. Remember, in the Caribbean islands, you can listen to, and Caribbean folks will tell you if they're being honest, boy, they shit on Haiti every time they get a chance. Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Bahamians. I might put up a video next time. Matter of fact, I'll insert a video of this Caribbean lawyer, and she's talking about how much the Caribbean folks shit on Haiti.
Are like for Bahamians in general are incredibly xenophobic, right? Like all these places, like I said, places have their own cultures and problems, and if you don't know about the place, you don't know the thing, right? But the Bahamas is very xenophobic. So like let me put it to you like this: I'm born and raised in the Bahamas. My mommy's side of the family is Bahamian. I've never been. I'm half Nigerian. My daddy's Nigerian, but I've never been to Nigeria. I've never stepped foot on the continent of Africa. Bahamians don't give a fuck about none of that. That name is African. That name is foreign, and they have a problem that you experience. The xenophobia is crazy, and that pales in comparison to the way Bahamians in general discuss and think of Haitians. It's actually really some sick shit, right? Like, so
let's be clear. We're the only ones who have done anything really tangible for y'all by allowing you to come over here. He's talking about allowing us to do stuff. Okay? In the video, he's going to start talking about allowing us to do stuff. We're the only ones who actually allow you to come over here and make a living for yourself and give you tangible resources. Okay? For those civil rights and resources that we fought for, then that now you benefit from. So let's be clear, family. This is Tether talk. This is Tether talk. When they start that hate talk, that's nothing but a projection. Nobody hates Haitian or Haiti or their homeland more than the people who flee it. This man is over here from Florida. He hates Haiti. Let's be clear. If ICE come pick his ass up, that nigga's going to be kicking and screaming left and right. He's going to be begging not to go back to Haiti. They hate their homeland, and don't let them convince you of anything other.
What did we do to deserve that treatment? Like, we mind our own business. We got our own communities. We don't bother y'all. We understand that y'all want to do your own thing, and we let
you. And family, all this is lies, family. This is like his 20th video talking about FBA. So when he says we mind our own business, they never mind their own business. They're always in our spaces talking crap about us and tethering. That's what a tether does. A tether, it's impossible for a tether to mind his own business. A tether has to leech onto you, portray your identity, rob you of your identity, and then undermine you at the same time. It's impossible for a tether to mind their own business. So that's a projection. That's a lie.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? We allow you guys to, to have your own clicks, and we don't interfere with y'all, none of that. But for some reason, we're always the butt of the joke. I don't understand.
Projection, projection, projection. Okay.
It's as if you guys don't realize that you're black too.
Let me address this because this is another one they try to. This is kind of like the reverse Uno card. These folks, family, let's be clear. When we're talking about foundational Black Americans, even the term, we just started delineating 5 to 6 years ago, family. We are the last group in the diaspora to delineate. All these other Black groups around the diaspora, they have delineated, for decades now. They've been walking around stumping their feet saying, I'm Haitian, I'm Bahamian, I'm Jamaican, I'm Nigerian. They have delineated decades ago. We are the only group who has been holding on with two hands to this blind blackness where we just Black. We don't want to differentiate ourselves from any other group. Okay. But we've seen that, okay, man, this doesn't work because what other people are doing is they are robbing us and undermining us of our identity and our culture and our achievements. Okay. Now that we've delineated, now they want to bring up we're all Black. And now they're actually going to try to lecture us on, don't you know you're Black? We've always identified with this blind blackness, just saying we're Black. Okay. But we realize, hey, man, this is not working. This is not working. So you know what? We need to look out for our group because we realize behind this blind blackness is a lot of tethers from other lineages who don't really relate to us. They see us as strictly a meal ticket, and they see us as a way to co-opt or identify as us by just hollering they're Black when it's convenient. Okay, because that's what they do. Any other time, they're a Zoe, they're Haitian, they're this and that, they're Nigerian, more specifically, they're Igbo. But when it suits them, they're just Black now. So we said, okay, we see this is becoming a problem. So we decided to delineate. But understand and let's be real. We are the last group in the diaspora to delineate, family. These other groups have delineated for decades now. They've never had blind blackness. They've never just identified themselves as Black people. They've always had ethnic groups and tribal groups, whatever you want to call it, by the thousands to differentiate themselves. So don't let them play that whole, they're going to lecture us on, oh, don't you know you Black? Nigga, we've been saying that. Y'all been hollering something different. So now that we getting a little bit of straightening going on, don't try to essentially now you want to play the whole Black card. You want to project your insecurities onto us. Okay? Let's not do that.
You know, it's just sad, man. It's just so sad. Why don't y'all leave us tethers alone? Leave us tethers alone. We tethers, we ain't bothered y'all. We ain't said nothing to y'all. We ain't did nothing to y'all. We just we mind our own business, y'all.
Again, just lies, family. It's all rooted in bad faith. The whole goal of a tether is to agitate, to rage bait, to undermine foundational Black Americans. Okay, that's why he's making this video. He knew this video was to try to trigger, to try to rage bait Black Americans. Let's be clear. That's why he made the video. Them standing on their own cultural business is impossible for them because they're very ashamed of their culture. They're very ashamed of their homeland. Okay. And then they try to overcompensate by coming around us claiming that we're somehow getting something from them. We're somehow jealous of them. Projection for attention.
And that's all we want in return is to um, have our peace. That's all we want. So let me know. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think.
All right, all right. And here's the thing: if you want so much peace, why don't you go back to Haiti? You don't have to deal with foundational Black Americans. We're not over in Haiti. We're not over in Haiti. For the tethers who are listening, you want peace. You want us to stop talking about you guys and your homeland. Go back to it. That way you can deal with nothing but the brilliant, innovative, the people that he said were examples. They put us on the map. Go be around them people then. Okay, because it sounds like them people got the juice. Go be around your Haitian brethren, since they're the ones who are setting the example for the diaspora. Go be around them. Don't be ducked off somewhere in Florida. You see what I'm saying? I told you these folks, they get very prideful when they get over here. Notice that. They wave. I believe there's more Haitian flags waved over here than in damn Haiti. There's more positive talk about Haiti over here than it is in Haiti. Let's be clear. Let's be clear, family. But hey, man, it's your brother Chase, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down in the comment section below. And even if you disagree, let me know what you disagree about. Let me know, do you agree with this brother? Okay. Should we be more kind to tethers? Why are we hating on tethers? Should we hate on tethers? Let me know in the comment section below, man. It's your brother Chase. Send me links to videos, other videos like this that you want me to react to. And until next time, peace and Black power, man. I'm out.